Hello, welcome to Barenaked Music. I am, as always, your host, Barenaked Lewis, and today we're talking about songwriting. A few weeks ago, I posted an explication of the lyrics of one of my favorite John Mellencamp songs, Key West Intermezzo, I Saw You First. Today, I'm going to do this with another song, and just to let you know, over the coming weeks, I'm going to be doing more of this kind of stuff. I'm going to be talking about the qualities of good songwriting. I'm starting with lyrics. I'm not sure where I'll go next, but I've done videos where I've talked about good songwriting before, but I've always done it in a checklist kind of way. What I want to do is dive a little bit deeper on some of these songs and talk about why I like them as much as I do. Right? I'm starting with lyrics because that's a logical place for me to start, and it's one of the key attractors that music has for me. And it's also the thing that's easiest to talk about without getting a copyright claim or endangering your video for having a copyright strike. So we don't want to do that, even though what I do on this channel qualifies as fair use. Still, you don't want to ruffle any feathers there. So I'm starting with lyrics. Like I said, I did Key West Intermezzo a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whenever it was. And today we are talking about These Apples, written by Ed Robertson of Barenaked Ladies. These Apples appeared on their Maybe You Should Drive album. I really like Maybe You Should Drive. And I really like these albums. I really like These Apples. It's one of my favorite Ed songs. It's one of my favorite Barenaked Ladies songs. So I'm going to walk through this song line by line pretty much and talk about what I think it means and why I think it's good. I am not going to bother with the subjectivity notice here. Subjectivity is baked into the concept this time around. This is my interpretation of these lyrics. So, ready? Okay. So the song opens with a catchy little guitar riff, right? Establishes the mood, establishes the tempo. It's going to be a nice little breezy little pop song. First verse. A friend brought me flowers. She said they were lilacs, but I've never been good with plants. Okay, that's 2 lines of the song. Friend brought me flowers. She said they were lilacs, but I've never been good with plants. Don't know why I felt the need to count that out for you. And there's a lot packed into these 2 lines. Okay, there's the obvious. She has given me flowers. She has given me lilacs, but I've never been good with plants. Right? She says they're lilacs. Okay, I'll trust her. They might as well be dandelions. I don't know from flowers. I don't know what's going on here. So we're already establishing that there's a breakdown in communication here, right? She's given me flowers. Okay, right? It's I'm not seeing that as a particularly good thing. I'm not seeing it as a bad thing, but I'm not seeing it as a good thing, right? I've never been big on plants. I've never been good with plants, excuse me. But that skips over how vitally important the opening of the line is. A friend bought me flowers. A friend brought me flowers, excuse me. A friend brought me flowers. Now, okay, yeah, friend, flowers. We got to repeat that F sound, right? If you're a lyricist, if you're a poet, you're paying attention to sound repetition. You're trying to, put words together because they sound good together. But friend, a friend brought me flowers. We don't know it quite yet, but throughout this song, we are being shown a romance that is going south here, and it. Big chunk of the problem, you might think, would be, she is thinking of him as a romantic partner. He is thinking of her as a friend. A lot of weight being carried by 2 words there. So a friend brought me flowers. She said they were lilacs, but I've never been good with plants. Her next presentation, a new dictionary. She'd circled the word romance. Her next presentation. Now, literally true. It's the next thing that she gives to him, but it's presentation. It's performative. It is. It's public. It is. I am presenting unto you. I am. This. It's performative. She gives him a dictionary, and she has circled the word romance. Now, okay, I got to give her passive aggressive points here. I mean, that's nice. hey, lunkhead. But regardless of whether she's circling words or not, she's giving him a dictionary. Okay, now there are circumstances, there are conditions in life under which, pick the one you like. A dictionary is an appropriate gift. If I really like dictionaries, I've got a dictionary collection. Ooh, give me a dictionary. If I am a if my hobby is etymology, ooh, give me a dictionary. If I am a wordsmith, I've never liked that label. Give me a dictionary, right? If I collect antique books, ooh, give me an antique dictionary, right? There are a lot of situations where dictionaries are appropriate gifts. Romantic relationships, not in there. If you feel compelled to give a person a dictionary, if they don't have a predisposition towards wanting something that studies language, what you are doing is telling them that they are a moron who needs to learn how to use their language. So it's not just the passive aggressive, here, look up the word romance. It's the whole passive aggressive idea of, here, learn how to use your language, bozo. And he gets the message. The next line, so enthusiastic, a little bit drastic. Ooh, getting some internal rhyme going here. I shaved her name in my head. So she's buying him flowers. She's giving him gifts. Okay, it's a dictionary, but his idea of a romantic gesture is to have her name shaved in his hair. Now, it could be just because I'm jealous, I don't have enough hair left to shave anything into. Valid criticism. But even when I had hair, I don't think I would see shaving somebody, carving somebody's name into my hair as a particularly romantic gesture, right? But, hey, I shaved her name in my head. As she beheld it, she said, I misspelled it. Need more be said. Internal rhyme again. Gotta like that. So my idea of a grand romantic gesture was to have her name shaved into my hair, and I didn't even do it well enough to double check that the name was spelled correctly. She's thinking about this. She's putting effort into this, and I'm half-assing it. We get to the chorus. These apples are delicious. As a matter of fact, they are, she said. Okay. These apples are delicious. As a matter of fact, they are, she said. So she said that, so that these apples are delicious is what he says. These apples are delicious, I say, because they taste good. As a matter of fact, they are, she said. I'm talking taste. She's talking variety. I'm saying these apples are delicious in the sense that they are yummy. And she's saying, yeah, in that they are red delicious apples. Completely missing one another. I'm focused on, basic sensory detail. She's thinking bigger thoughts. These apples are delicious. As a matter of fact, they are, she said. Can all this fruit be free? So each time we've got the chorus, we've got that rhetorical question at the end. Can all this fruit be free? Yeah, these apples. The relationship, these apples. It's delicious. It's a good thing right now. We're both enjoying it, but we are enjoying it on very different levels, and it is not going to last. Can all this fruit be free? No. We're going to be paying for this thing. No such thing as a free lunch. Ain't no such thing as a free apple. Verse 2. Excuse me. She wrote me a letter as big as a phone book. I've never been big on mail. So, got the same thing. She's doing something. It's performative, and it's something that he doesn't really care about. But he knows he needs to respond. So, I've never been big on mail. I sent her a postcard from somewhere near Lethbridge and wondered if it still went by rail. Okay, so I am horribly ignorant when it comes to Canadian geography, so I had to look up Lethbridge to find out where it was. It's a city in Alberta, and it is not a particularly large city. It is, in fact, courtesy Wikipedia, this is the Lethbridge skyline. So he's not quite out in the middle of nowhere, but he's nowhere adjacent. And I mean no disrespect to my Canadian viewers, if I have Canadian viewers. I hope I do. Hello, Canadian viewers, if I have you. I mean no respect by saying that Lethbridge is out in the middle of nowhere, but if he is sending a postcard, and if he's wondering if it still travels by rail, then that suggests in his mind he's out in the middle of nowhere. So I'm piggybacking on Ed Robertson. So she's written him a nice thick letter. He responds with a postcard. They are not connecting. The verse continues, I've never been frightened of being enlightened, but some things can go too far. Frightened, enlightened, we got that internal rhyme again. I've never shied away from romance, from relationships, but some things can go too far. But sometimes, though sometimes I stammer and mix up my grammar, you get what my meanings are. I'm not a particularly good communicator, he is saying. Putting this on the speaker, I'm not talking for myself. Not a particularly good speaker. I don't really speak well. I don't speak easily. I do not speak with facility. But you understand me, right? I'm functional. I'm not an artist. I'm functional. I'm not romantic. I'm functional. And then we get to our second appearance of the chorus. These apples are delicious. As a matter of fact, they are, she said. Can all this fruit be free? Of course it's not free. Of course, you're going to have to pay for it. Then we get to a bridge. Now, first time I heard this song, I was listening to it in the car. I had just gotten a copy of Maybe You Should Drive, and I was playing it. Actually, no, it was the Rock Spectacle. The live version on Rock Spectacle is where I first heard the song. But I'm listening to it, and I'm enjoying it, and I'm enjoying the lyrics. They're kind of washing over me. I'm not really taking them in with any level of focus or concentration or anything like that. I'm letting the song wash over me. This next line, though, was like a steel spike right into my head, in a good way. Because as soon as I said steel spike in my head, I thought, damn. The bridge begins. I'm not trying to sing a love song. I'm trying to sing in tune. Now, that line stopped me in my tracks, because up to this point, I've picked up. There's a difference. She says this, I'm thinking this. She says this, I'm thinking this. She does this, I'm thinking. I'm aware that there's this give and take, this gap between the two of them. But that line crystallized everything for me. I'm not trying to sing a love song. I'm not trying to make a big romantic gesture. I'm trying to sing in tune. I'm trying to hit my mark. He is functional, okay? He's going for the basic. He's just living. He's not trying for anything grand. He's not trying for anything big. He's not trying for anything meaningful. He's just taking it as it comes. I know I am sometimes headstrong, he continues. Falling in love, catching fire. I want to be consumed, wondering, will I ever tire? Will I ever tire? I want to be in that kind of a relationship. I want to be consumed. I want to catch fire. But I'm not trying to sing a love song here. Right? I'm still at the point where my focus is on, hitting the note. I just need to make sure I'm not, too pitchy here. I'm trying to find a key I can work in here. I'm not paying attention to the grander stuff. I like the idea of the grand stuff, but I'm not yet at a point. That's not something I can deal with at this stage of my life. And we end with the final appearance of the chorus. These apples are delicious. As a matter of fact, they are, she said. can all this fruit be free? No, it will not be free. You are going to pay for these apples. You're going to pay for the fact that you're thinking of the apples one way, she's thinking of the apples in the other way, and it is not going to work, my friend. You're going to pay for those apples. Love that song. And that's what I think of the lyrics of These Apples by Ed Robertson as performed by Barenaked Ladies. What do you think? Am I on target? Am I off the mark? Did I misspell it in my hair? Drop that note down below. I always love hearing from you. If you enjoyed the video today, I would appreciate it if you would click the like button. While you're down there clicking the like button, go ahead and subscribe if you've not already done so. It's free, and it would mean the world to me, and I would appreciate it very much. While you're down there subscribing, go ahead and click the bell for notifications. The YouTube folks would appreciate that, so I, in turn, would appreciate it as well. Again, thanks for hanging out with me today, and I hope that the rest of your day is pleasing. See you soon.